Welcome. So, Samsung just released, or I guess announced that their pre-sales for their Samsung Galaxy S23 series were outstanding. To my surprise, they said that they, just in the 2 weeks when they had their pre-order sale, they doubled the amount of pre-orders for the Galaxy S21 series, and they did not double, but they got way more. They didn't give a number, that's why I'm kind of stumbling over words, for the outselling the S22 series. Now, I say to my surprise because I, for one, did not think the Samsung Galaxy S23 series would sell that well. They said 60% of all S23 pre-orders, 60%, so 6 out of 10 people that did order the Samsung Galaxy S23 series, either the normal 23, the S23 Plus, or the S23 Ultra, 60% purchased the Ultra series, which I know that it is kind of surprising, but not really. I know they've had similar numbers. Their Ultra series has been predominantly their majority seller for those series of devices. The Plus being the middle one, being the less popular one. The Ultra being the most popular, the small one being the second popular, and the plus size the least number of sales out of the S lineup. Now, I know a lot of people do get the S23 series just because it's the cheapest model, and a lot of people want a new high-end flagship Samsung phone but don't want the Ultra, like my mother or somebody that doesn't want an S Pen. It is a very big phone. It's pretty hefty. So it is heavy to haul around in your pocket or what have you, even in a woman's purse. But I did not think they were going to sell that well, just because it was basically a re-release. Now, the back does look a little different, but it was basically, in my mind, a re-release of the Samsung Galaxy S22 series. However, if you think about it, the S23 series, it did change a little bit as far as looks, but like I said in a previous video, it's like the Pixel 6 to the Pixel 7 series, where it's basically the same, minor exterior changes. However, they basically took everything that fell short of expectations on the previous model, and they just built upon it and improved it for this model. So, which is one of the reasons why I got it. I'm recording on an S23 Ultra. I did not think it was going to do that well because of that fact that it was basically a re-release or relaunch. But I know a lot of people, especially I've been seeing it online, a lot of people that still have, or did still have, the Note 20 series with the S Pen. That was the last real Note series device. You could put an SD card in there. It was a fantastic phone. I have a Note 20 Ultra, and I'm going to trade that in for this device that I'm recording on, the S23 Ultra. But I know a lot of people with the Note 20 specifically did not upgrade to the S22 series, and I know a lot of people with like an S20 or even an S21 did not upgrade to the S22 series. And I think with this new S23 series, it's been getting so much appreciation, so much fanfare. All the reviewers, online really don't have anything bad to say about it. I think this year is the year to upgrade. the majority of people, I'm talking average people, not tech enthusiasts like we are, the average person, like, again, say my parents, right? They upgrade their device one time, basically every 2 or 3 years. And I think that's pretty average. Most phones are sold in carriers. Most carriers deal out 24-month financing options, some 36 months like AT&T, but most do 24. Let's say 2 to 2.5 years is the average contract length of a carrier. And with this S23 series, and see, that's what I really didn't think about, and shame on me, because I should have known that should have been a factor why the S23 series would have strong sales numbers, is that the majority of people upgrading are not coming from the S22 series. They're coming from the S21 series. They're coming from the Note 20 or Note 20 Ultra series or S20 series. So right now is, and I think Samsung knew that, and right now is when most of the contracts end, or at least this upcoming year. So I think their sales of the S23 are going to continue to be strong throughout the year as more people get this device. It is a very good device. As more people get it, you're going to see a lot of people online basically say how they love it. It has very few shortcomings. I really haven't been able to test the battery. That's one thing I'm going to try to do tomorrow. Unplug it and don't plug it in until it's basically dead. I've been using DeX a lot, and I'm going to make a video about Samsung DeX. But when you plug it into your computer to run DeX, it's charging your phone through the computer, through the USB-C port. So I haven't really been able to test the battery, but everything else has been great. Speakers are a huge improvement. I can definitely tell the speakers on the S23 series are definitely better. But Samsung's very happy, very proud. They should be. They put out a phenomenal device, and especially with all these iPhone 15 leaks coming out, I know Samsung wants to build upon and snowball the success of the pre-order sales and continue that throughout the year. So I think they'll end up with very good numbers for this series, for this device. And it'll be interesting to see at the end of the year how many units they've sold. They didn't say if that was worldwide or if that was just the US. But I'm assuming worldwide they should be fine. So it's interesting to see that, and I look forward to seeing what their numbers are. And with the trade-in deals, that's the other thing. They had been seeing a lot of people online saying their trade-in deals this year sucked, and I did notice a number difference, a dollar difference in the amount of money they were giving you for the trade-in. However, I paid for my S23 Ultra. I had to trade in my Note 20, and then I had a bunch of Samsung points. And I paid $133 before tax, and after tax was like, I don't know, close to $150, I think. So $150 on top of giving them my Note 20. It was a no-brainer for me, and I'm going to hold on to this device. It's going to be my work device, so I'm not looking forward to getting rid of this probably for 2 or 3 years, knock on wood. But so because I was just going to stick with the Note 20 Ultra. I love that device. It's big, it's thin, it's light, SD card, S Pen. I mean, you can throw a ton of apps. I mean, 12 gigs of RAM. It's a great device. Samsung really makes good phones. So but their trade-in deals, it'll be interesting to see those numbers. I want to see those numbers more in detail, because I want to see the breakdown as far as carrier purchases Samsung.com purchases, how many people that did buy a device bought it with a trade-in. Like, I want to see those numbers, and I'm sure I could find them here in the next month or two once they release those, if they release them. But good for Samsung. And I know the iPhone 15 is coming out. Well, I'll have some more videos on that. The leaked images and everything. So good for Samsung. And I'll see you next time. Bye.